And I just don't want people to think that your background affects where you can go in hockey, because it shouldn't. But I find that even commentators always focus on their culture, their religion that they grew up in, when that doesn't affect how they play. So I wish that hockey could void all of the outside stigma and focus on the talent at hand. My name's Neilsen. I'm a former goalie from Sudbury, Ontario. I played all throughout high school, played a little bit of junior A, and now I'm just a big time fan.
How did Chad get into hockey?
I had a friend growing up whose name was DJ Hancock, and his parents started letting him play. And me and my brother, I think I was about 3 or 4, and my parents always tell me the story, and I got really jealous that my brother and him were playing. So I just wanted to do what my big brother was doing, and 16 years later, I kept doing it.
I love that. That's so cute. What do you love about hockey?
I love hockey, and what I loved about it was when I got on the ice, it didn't really matter who you were anymore. It was all about your talent, and that spoke for itself. So who I was off the ice didn't actually portray who I was on the ice, and I was able to separate myself there. So I was able to just, anything going on in life, hockey was where I could dump it in the change room and just go focus on hockey, and nothing else was there.
Yeah, it's a nice place. Just your mind just clears, right?
Yeah, it's, you go on the ice and you don't notice anything else anymore, and what's going on outside of your life, you can't focus on it. If you're playing a game or something, you have to focus on the task at hand. So it's a great distraction of personal life, but at the same time, there's a community and a sense of family that you don't usually get with a lot of other sports, I find.
Based off of your identity and how could hockey be better for you? And also, how could it be better for the queer community as a whole?
I find that for me starting out, I got distracted on the ice. I'd get angry because I wasn't, I guess, out, you know what I mean? I couldn't feel accepted as who I was. So once I realized that my hockey team didn't care who I was as long as I played the same way, and that didn't change, who I identify off the ice didn't matter to them. So I would like to see the whole fan base kind of get to that point where a player in the sport doesn't have to be a certain color. This whole thing of like cis white men and even black men in the hockey community now just starting to be told, like, yeah, you guys are good and you guys should be playing here, this and that. It wasn't really a thing a few, like 20 years ago. It was just not the same. And I just don't want people to think that your background affects where you can go in hockey, because it shouldn't. But I find that even commentators always focus on their culture, their religion that they grew up in, when that doesn't affect how they play. So I wish that hockey could void all of the outside stigma and focus on the talent at hand.
Knowing where it's at and all those things, what keeps you in hockey?
Again, it was that sense of community I got from my team and the players that I got to play with. And I know not everyone gets that. I was just so accepted. So I feel that, and maybe it's because I come off as a masculine cis gay male, that I get that luxury of feeling very accepted. So it keeps me there, as I just don't feel any different than when I played. But I know for a lot of people that needs to change because they don't feel that they're accepted. And the talent is getting just far better nowadays too. It's hard to ignore such talent on that ice.
What gives you hope for queer people moving forward in the sport?
I think that now people are able to tell their stories, like what we're doing here and with everyone doing these interviews, that people can see there's such a range of queer and gay and trans people in hockey that a lot of people didn't know of a few years ago. Like, people didn't think it existed, but we're here. We are proud to be who we are. And again, it doesn't change our abilities on the ice. It's our personal life. That doesn't do anything with our talent.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would like to add that I really hope people can see once you commit to a sport that your dedication can go so much further than what people tell you. And because someone tells you that they don't think you should be in this sport does not mean that you're not meant to be in this sport. It just means you have something to fight for to prove you should be in this sport. And I think that it's something that we're going to have to work towards really hard, but it's possible. And I think that the more we do stuff like this, the better it's going to get.
Chad, I've known you and your family for a long time.
Yes.
I think I probably coached you when you were little.
Yeah, I believe RHP.
On the ice with you when you were a kid.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. I am proud of your growth as a human being, your ability to recognize who you are and accept who you are, and then learn to love who you are. And I've watched different steps, whether it's, you know, the struggle through that and everything else. And I'm incredibly proud of you. I'm grateful to know you, and I'm thankful you took part in this. It matters, and your voice is going to help people. So thank you.
Thank you so much.